like that.
Welcome back to 2024 and the Wafflehouse.
Hey!
Happy New Year, mother truckers!
We're 18 certificate again. Unfortunately, Boris is off with a hangover, so he can't join us this evening.
Yeah. Lightweight couldn't hold his drink.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think it was probably more the fact that Dak probably trodden his nads again, which he seems to have an affinity for.
Yeah, that is where his brain is after.
Absolutely. So that is recording, so I can get rid of that. We've got music in the background. And we can go over to Dak, a resume, please, of what happened last year. The whole year, please.
Oh, the whole year,
yeah.
Right, okay. I didn't realise I was doing that. Some stuff happened. Right, let's see. We were on the other side of the river with the statues, with the bridge that we were useless at realising that there was actually a bridge there if we just asked for one. Lewin tried to cast his mansion to give us a bit of a rest, and he did so. And when we entered, it all seemed right, but not right. Typical, as is normal for us, we wandered in completely oblivious, or at least Dak did. And got our comeuppance again. The Chewingas went a bit crazy again. Some fighting ensued. Boris became an elephant for a short time, so he at least had all the number of legs he was supposed to have for a little while. Made an escape, and then slept in the conservatory. In the end, rested but not particularly well rested, and then carried on in the morning, finding the door, our mortal enemy. We spent a great deal of time trying to get in, and couldn't. Spoke to some plants which were insightful in their own way, but not. That's about as much as can be said. Spent a lot of time faffing with the door, some more time faffing with the door, some more time after that faffing with the door, and eventually Boris took a leak and found the door we were actually supposed to use. So Boris does it again apparently, and
that is why he's the champion.
exactly. He is the champion because apparently his whiz knows exactly where we need to go. So that is where we're at.
So Boris has found a passage behind the door. Wafflehouse just standing there as Boris mentions it.
There's another door over here.
It goes at an angle down into the hill, down into the ground.
Ah, most excellent. There is indeed a path. Well done, Boris. Very insightful of you.
Boris just grunts. He's standing there with his crutch under his arm, using that, and he's under his left arm. He's got Fusto in his right hand. He just smiles. Seems to be he's still quite tired from the injuries, and perhaps he's going to be rather more quiet this evening.
It's almost as though they chopped his face off rather than his leg.
Yeah.
Hopping is quite exhausting.
Is Boris still going around all this with one leg?
Yep.
Yes.
Whoops.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dak couldn't get enough rest to actually be able to help him, so he's kind of on his own at the moment.
Ah, fair enough. Couldn't remember.
So, you have found a passageway downwards into the ground, potentially what Chernobyl was talking about.
Well, in we go, I suppose.
To be JC, do you think you could use your wonderfully brilliant cat eyes of funness to see if there's anything nasty or any traps or anything around this thing?
Oh, I can certainly have a look. Obviously, having his ego stroked definitely is the right way to persuade him to do things.
I'm learning your wily ways.
So yeah, so Jay, I'll go up and have a look.
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Make a perception roll for me, please. I think you still have disadvantage, don't you?
Yeah, but it's one of those proficient ones where it's minimum of 20
Okay.
anyway, but 22.
Okay, so you look around and you see some freshly watered roots. There is a...
Quite a bit of ammonia in these ones.
Yeah, there is... you don't see any traps. This ground looks untrodden. With a perception roll of 22, you feel a dank draft coming up from the depths of this passageway.
Yeah, no traps, but doesn't smell that fresh.
That is good news, I guess. Who wants to be first? Not me.
Well, I think with his exceptional smell and hearing that JC is the perfect candidate to keep an eye out for trouble on the way.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
JC, do you have dark vision?
Yeah, yes I do, yes.
Our most powerful and regal master of the feline race can guide our way through this dank, dark cave, surely.
For as much as I know you're just trying to talk him into doing it, the problem is that JC does like his ego being stroked, so...
He knows there's manipulation afoot, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
That means they like me.
Yep.
Oh, wise and powerful JC.
Alright, I'll go first. Damn
Okay,
it.
so you're going to go first. Yep.
Yeah, JC will go first, yeah.
And then who's going to go after him?
Boris sees this as a
Oh,
challenge.
Dak.
So Boris will definitely want to go second, even though he's going to be hopping.
Yep.
Let's shove our squishy in the middle. Or squishies in the middle.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's go this way. Yep, we go. Yep. Yep.
No, you get back there.
Trying to hide in the middle.
If you want, I'll go at the back, Brick, because if anything creeps up from behind, I've got a good passive perception.
I've been talking this entire time. My mic's been muted. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
that sounds like Brick, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who has dark vision here?
JC does.
Me.
I do
don't
as
know if
well.
Boris does.
So everybody apart from Boris, are you going to have any lights?
Oh, you've got his fantastic eyes of the dark.
Yeah.
So everyone but Boris has dark vision.
Yeah.
The one that can hardly walk.
I mean, if he needs a light, I can give him one, and I just flash my glaive for a second.
Okay, so that is not going to give you much light. It'll give you a bit.
I mean, if he wants to hold it, I'm offering him to hold it, knowing full well what's going to happen if he touches it.
Are you lighting your glaive up? Yeah.
If you offer it out to Boris, Boris will go to take it from you without even a second thought.
Alright, yeah, just for a split second, just for funsies.
Okay.
And Boris dies.
So let's put. So we've got your. You've lit up your glaive.
Yep.
Okay.
I hold it out to Boris to offer the touch, knowing full well what is going to happen.
Yep. Boris will reach out to take it.
So could somebody roll a Constitution saving throw for Boris, please?
Oh, Jesus.
He takes 2 fire damage
Only 2.
as he burns his hand on this glowing glaive.
Now the question is, would Boris understand that
Yes.
it's not just hot, that it is actually burning? Just
He has an intelligence of 6, but he has a wisdom of 12, so he's probably more wise than most of you. Which is why he's the one that managed to find the passageway.
It's a bit hot, and immediately hand it back, almost dropping it in the process.
Oh, sorry, Boris, I forgot the entire thing is on fire. Never mind, just stay close to us and you'll be fine.
So you're going to move. So you're going to move into the passageway like this. You're going to have JC. You're going to be away in front, or you're just going to be just in front of Boris in this order.
Let's put sort of a little bit of space, perhaps say 10 feet or something, so that way the light's not that much. Plus, I can easily keep a better eye out for traps.
Okay.
Certainly 5 or 10 feet, but far enough that it's not going to be a problem, but not too far that I'm out of sight of the others.
Okay, let me just...
A lot of conditions to that distance.
5 or 10 feet, you've said.
Far away, but not too far away, but far enough all at the same time.
So the passageway goes downwards, quite steep. I'm going to change the music now to...
It's going to be a Why Do We Hear Boss music?
Tabletop audio, because they're not copyrighted. The ground is moist. You hear the dripping of water. It's slick under your feet, and a rivulet runs down the centre of this passageway downwards. You are in front, Jacques. The glaive is up behind you, illuminating the way as a little bit. So you can see, even though you've got dark vision, it's like seeing at middle of the night. So it's not brilliant to see things. So you will have disadvantage. In normal light, you will have... So half light, you'll have... It'd be like normal light for you. Yeah. So you can see about... where you are... you can see about 15 feet in front of you as per normal. And after that, it goes... It's very dim.
Yeah, it fades off quick.
Yeah. And the passageway goes downwards.
Obviously, as we go down, I will be checking for any untoward. So
well,
traps.
If you do that, you're going to be moving at half speed. Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And how many exhaustion points have you got?
2.
You got 2 exhaustion points. Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's probably about quarter speed because it's already speed halved.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to be going. So there's a very slow movement downwards.
Yeah. I'll be yawning quite a lot as we do this.
Yeah. The gradient is about 30 degrees. You are... it's slippy under your feet. I'm just going to turn the sound down slightly. Slippy under your feet, but you do manage to keep your footing with your feline agility. The rest of you are grouped up behind Jacques, who's going slowly, taking his time, marking the trail in front of him. Jacques, could you make a perception roll for me, please?
20.
20. You see here this water dripping down the middle of the passageway. There is no sign of movement. Apart from the dripping of water, you hear little. After about an hour of going downwards, you have to stop and get your breath. And you have the faint smell in your nose, the 20, of something sharp in the air. Something you've smelled before. You can the vague smell of acid. It's in the air.
Yay, yum. Obviously, I will be passing anything like this back to the others. Either by as a question, do we still have the speak to each other via the mind thing up? Or are we back to vocalized?
How long does that last for? That lasts for an hour, doesn't it? Or is it 8 hours?
Are we talking about my telepathic bond?
Yep.
You are correct. It is only for an hour.
So that's gone down.
Right, so I'll be whispering it back to them.
Okay, JC,
not shouting it. But...
Could you just make a dexterity saving throw, please, for Boris, who does this with disadvantage?
20.
Not a problem. He skips down. He actually uses the crutch quite adroitly as to help him get down this passageway. There are vague cut steps here, but they have been worn smooth with eons of time.
He does the perfect pirouette on his crutch.
Absolutely.
Stopping himself from sliding down.
So, JC, you see the passageway illuminated in front of you, about 10 feet wide. Now, darkness is just in front of you, and the silence of the grave. What do you wish to do?
Well, I suppose we'll keep pressing on further down if there's nothing else. You say it's illuminated.
The illumination is coming from the glaive, which is in Brick's hand.
Yeah, so behind us. Yeah, so we'll keep slowly progressing down, I suppose. Again, continuing to look out for traps and all that norm.
Okay, so move yourself 1 movement speed then, which is going to be 10. Sorry, it's going to be that. It's going to be 5 feet.
Are we supposed to be on a different map then? Because I'm still looking at the door.
Are you still looking at the door? Sorry.
Yeah.
You are now. Yep. There we go. Sorry, I didn't realise that.
That's fine.
There you go.
So it'll be 4 by 5.
Yep.
And then Boris would obviously.
Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to move you slowly.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay. The rest of you want to keep up?
Yeah.
I mean, after you, gentlemen.
Okay. So you keep going forwards, and the smell of acid in your nostrils gets stronger, JC.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll be whispering back to the others about it's starting to really smell strong.
Okay, so I'm just going to move you now to here.
Wallace just behind.
Yep, and
You've been abducted.
And I'll move the rest of you up. Lewin is left behind.
No.
So JC,
I need to be surrounded by at least 2 other people at all times.
So JC, in front of you, you see the ground gives way to a shallow water. It's hard to see it in the dark.
Yeah.
But the smell of acid is stronger in your nose here. It's making your eyes smart slightly.
What have I got on me? Boris, can I borrow your crotch for a minute? And obviously, Boris will go, yeah,
Okay.
hand it. Just stand hopping
There you go.
one leg.
I'll move you forward so you can see it.
Yeah. And what I want to do is with this crutch, I want to dip the end of it in the water to see if it starts dissolving.
What, the end of the crutch?
Yes.
Will Boris let you do that, do you think?
He's helping a friend.
All right, so he gives you the crutch and he's standing there on one leg, trying not to fall over. He holds onto you, Brick. JC, you go over to the liquid. You can see that it has a. It's very, very gentle, very, very unmoving. The surface of this liquid. There's a slight air and of vapor above it. As you move, it just wafts the air slightly, and you feel as though the air in this cavern and this tunnel has not been disturbed for eons. So you dip the end of the crutch into the water.
Yep.
How long are you going to put it in there for?
Probably. Well, obviously, if it starts bubbling straight away, I'll take it out, but probably no more than about 10 or 15 seconds.
Put it in for about 15 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Make investigation roll for me, please.
10.
Okay. So
It looks fine.
so you put it in 15 seconds. You said your eyes are starting to sting a bit, and you pull it out, and the end of the crutch has just dissolved and is blackened. And
I'll go.
the integrity of the crutch has been badly damaged.
Yep. I'll go give it back to Boris. So now that he's going to be sort of a bit more lopsided.
And he goes, "You've broken it.
I've made it more streamlined for you."
You've broken it."
I don't think JC knows what streamline means.
No.
So he goes to put it under his arm, and so the bottom 8 inches of the crutch have disappeared. So he leans on it, and he just falls over.
Yep.
Turn into a peg leg.
I will say, unfortunately, that liquid over there is like it's strong acid. Don't want to touch it. This is what it does, and obviously show the crotch.
You broke it.
I made it lighter.
You broke it. You git. Right now you broke it. You can fix it, and he just hands it back to you. Can you fix it, please?
We've got a stick. I tie a stick to the end of it.
Do you have a stick?
No, I'll ask if anyone else has a stick.
No.
Nope.
I have a hammer, actually. I can tie the hammer to the bottom of it. So at least it might get back some of the bit that's dissolved. I'll do that. I'll tie a hammer to the end of it to try and give it a bit, like 6 inches back.
Okay, make a sleight of hand roll for me, please.
Oh god, I'm rubbish at them anyway. That one. 16.
Oh, well, you've tied a hammer to it, and he puts weight on it, and the hammer just falls off.
I tried.
Yes, I've often seen this issue before. See, of course, you forget, of course, Boris, that you were a champion and therefore need a champion's equipment. Alas, if there was only another person. If only there was another person in this group who had, champion-esque abilities.
Wick.
Yeah,
he's the runner-up.
I make things out of wood. I don't fix wood that you've dumped in a pot of acid. There's a lot of stones here, not a lot of wood. Not a lot I can do.
We need a stonemason.
Well, I do have this, and you see that Lewin pulls out, and he pulls out a maybe 6 to 7 inch piece of slightly curved wood. This is my old beginner's wand. I forgot I had this. It's just been sitting around ever since I travelled with you lot. Ever since I got the upgrade, and he just waves his staff of frost a bit. This is about the right length to go on the end of it. Brick, you think you could put these together?
I'll give it a go.
But Lewin, you know this is not going to be strong enough to take the weight. You know that, but you give it to him anyway, yeah?
I like to imagine that with a bit of his expertise in woodwork, Brick could probably get something together.
I mean, expertise is pushing it a bit, mate, but yeah, go on, what do I need to roll?
do you think you could also fasten the bones of these fingers onto it too? And I'll rummage into the bag of holding and pull out 3 slightly decomposed stone giant fingers.
Well, these are quite big. They would do it. Make a tripod.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'll give it all a go, but
if someone was to say about a tripod in front of Boris would quite proudly say, "But I'm already a tripod," or at least I was.
So
you don't
know
the fact that Lewin had a 7-inch slightly curved piece of wood. I do wonder where it's come from, but okay, let's put it all together. Let's give it a go.
Okay, so how are you going to join 3 slightly rigor mortis fingers, bent priapismic wand, and an acid burnt crutch? How are you going to put them together?
Alright, so let's. Any left charred bits of the wood, probably want to just take those bits off. We put the curved bit of wood at one end, so it will almost be like the bit that will go under his arm. And the giant fingers, again, like you said, like a three-legged tripod sort of thing. And using bits I've got in my backpack and bits of twigs, rope, etc., I could probably fashion them together.
Okay, well, this isn't really carpentry. This is more.
Fuckery.
Yes.
I have survival skills, if that helps.
You have what, sorry?
I have survival skills, if that helps in any way.
Which skills, sorry?
Survival.
Survival.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Fiend.
Yeah, you need to be able to sort of more flesh. You need almost necromantic skills to do this.
Oh, well, you know what? Brick is an absolute master of necromancy, isn't he? So, I'll give it a go.
Okay, so make a straight intelligence roll for me, please.
Sorry, boys. Here we go. Oh, 18.
18.
Oh, hot damn!
Oh, damn. So you get some rope out of your backpack and you wrap it round the wand and the three fingers, which you turned into a tripod. You think may keep going for a while, but it's a real mate do amend type thing.
Yeah, and I'll warn them that this is probably going to last hours, if that. But this is the best I can do.
All right. Well, thank you very much,
Try
says
not to-
Boris.
Try not to.
Boris will be
things.
very happy with it.
Boris looks at it and goes, "This is a bit rubbish, isn't it?"
I'll tell the cat not to dunk it in acid next time.
Cat, and he gets this tripod and he pokes it in your face, Jacques. Don't dump it in acid.
Does he push him into the acid?
I don't know, does he?
not.
Not where he is at the moment, so Jacques is. So, Boris has now got a tripod, which strangely, with a roll of 18, is slightly more secure than it was before.
Upgrade.
It's an upgrade, and the actual
It
fingers
was all on
themselves,
purpose.
the fingers themselves have more purchase than the wood did. You've now invented the first Zimmer frame in Tal'Dorei.
Just these little tennis
Patent
balls on the end of the fingers.
Patent
I call
pending.
it the troller rod.
The troller rod. Okay, that's going down. The troller rod.
Okay, so what are you doing? There's this pool of liquid in front of you, Jacques.
Cool. What other medical equipment do we need?
If I can swallow my food. Is there is it like wall to wall, or is there like a passage to one side that we could sort of walk past it?
Well, what can you see
Obviously,
from where you
I probably
are?
looked at that whilst I was down there dipping.
So if you need a bit more light so you can get closer.
Brick, come to the edge, please, so I can see a bit easier.
If you put this in the lake of acid, I'll be putting you in the lake of acid.
Oh, Brick, before you go, here, take this. And I'm going to cast light on a single gold piece. And I will give that to Brick. I say, fling that in the acid.
As far as I can
You're
go.
really
or
tempting this shiny, aren't you?
how far do you want me to throw it?
Just far enough that JC can't swim back.
I mean, I'm really just trying to determine how deep this acid is more than anything else.
Okay. Well, I'll try and aim sort of 15 feet out then, I guess.
Okay.
So, like, roughly here.
Okay, and it lights up the actual liquid lights up green, and the whole thing lights up underneath, a bit like a swimming pool at night time. And you see this is probably about 50 or 60 feet long. It goes more or less to the side of the passageway. The acid itself is not very deep. You can see the gold coin illuminating. It's only about 2 feet deep.
Deep enough that that's going to cause major injury if we touch it.
So there's 3 lights have been thrown in, yeah? No? 2 lights have been thrown in.
2 lights, yes.
Actually, no, the 1 light has got thrown in. It illuminates all the green bit.
Oh, I see. Cool.
Yep. As it are the eerie, but the ripples from the water, the liquid, dance on the roof the light reflection. It's an eerie visage as the vapor from this liquid is illuminated by Lewin's light.
Gonna have to write that one down as a spell in the future.
There is no footholds around the acid, is there?
Well, it's not. You could possibly the wall to the south, down here. It's very narrow and quite steep. You could possibly get around it that way, but on the other side, you can see now with the light that the acid is all the way to the end, and then the passageway continues on the other side. Here, you can't see down here to the south.
Okay, I could probably scout ahead for a minute and see where everything leads to if you want.
I'm all for that.
Okay,
Here.
I'll get my boots on and I'll make sure I give myself a wide berth. I mean, how tall is this cavern?
Cavern is about 15 feet up, so it's almost circular. You feel now possibly, or maybe natural. There's possibly is being carved as well. So you're gonna fly, yeah?
Yeah. I've got some other ideas for if needs be, but I want to be away from decent distance away from the acid. I'm not trying not to avoid the big fumes anyway. Okay.
So are you going to just flap across, or are you going to go slowly, stealthily? How are you going to go?
I want to get across as quick as I can.
Okay.
I really need to check out what's to the east and then down what's south. So I'd probably get to about here and then look south for a second.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Go for it. Go for where you want to go.
So I go there and I look south and see what I can see.
Have you got still your? What can you see there? Why can't you see anything? There you go. Can you see anything?
I can see on my screen.
Yeah,
okay. I can.
Okay, so you look south to the south. You can just see that it is the lake just fills up this area, and it's like bubbling right to the south. You see bubbling as it comes up a little bit. And it's all illuminated by the light. This liquid is green in nature. It is burning your eyes slightly, and unless you tell me otherwise, I assume you're in the air. By the way,
yeah.
About 5 feet up. Yeah.
Yeah. And in that case, if there's nothing down there, even though someone has written on the wall there is 100% treasure here, I will continue eastward to have a look and see if I can see here.
Okay. So make another perception roll for me, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
13.
so the acid seems to just be, there's a pool of it there. The ground on the other side is drier, continues going downwards though.
Okay, in which case I will come back and I'll relay my findings to the group. I do have a slight idea, considering it appears, as Luna said, that there's only a few. It's very shallow, the part of acid, right? A couple of feet, they're saying. I'm just wondering if it's, say, from the south part of the cavern, there's nowhere we can go, but it looks like it all pools there. I'm just thinking of it like a massive toilet. If we can blow a hole in the bottom of that somehow, you could just drain enough of the acid that we can get across it quickly. But do we have anything like that to blow a massive hole in a rock?
No.
That's my only thought. It's a bit of a jump to get across from a wall to the other side. I don't think that's a wise idea.
I mean,
well, this is JC saying I'm light enough. You could probably carry me across in your flying boots.
Yeah, you're fine. I could probably, he's can get across himself anyway because he can just run on the walls. It's Lewin, Dak, and Boris that I'm struggling with here. And while I'm talking to them all, I'm going to land on the floor. I'm not going to waste time on my boots. I don't want to use all the time.
Well, I mean, blowing holes and blowing things up, it's all very exciting. Of course, I could just make a walkway, and we could travel over it.
Where's the fun in that, Lewin? That's far too sensible for a...
I'm just more like, I've got a scout ahead and done all this work, and we've thrown a coin. We've even thrown in gold before Lewin suggests that he's just going to put a walkway across.
Well, I mean, it's an expensive spell, and there's all sorts of complications, and sometimes it's worth knowing what you're dealing with before you cast it. And I'm just going to make sure that my mathematics is correct on this before I commit to this action. So discuss amongst yourselves. Yes, well, there's elements of making sure that measurements line up, so we don't have to do a big jump at the end of it. Translation being, I need to make sure I'm.
It fits.
It fits basically.
Yeah. Whilst that's happening, DM, can I investigate this red sponge on the floor, please?
Can.
Is it just a red sponge?
It is a little bit of artistic interpretation. It is, yes. It is in the water that's just dribbling down. It goes into the acid. You see the small mushroom there.
Ooh, I take that small mushroom and put it in my my little pouch.
Okay. You do so. You have a small mushroom.
Cave mushroom. That will come back to bite us in the arse.
Oh, sure.
This mushroom was born aloft a acidic area. Does it burn a hole in your pouch?
It does not.
That's an acid-resistant mushroom.
It is.
Maybe some alchemy ingredients, perhaps.
So, what are you doing, rest of you? Dak, what are you doing?
I'm going to be keeping an eye on Boris to make sure he doesn't get hurt or fall over or whatever, since he's trying to navigate a particularly difficult bit of terrain with only one leg and a tied together piece of wood.
Yep.
But while I'm not doing that, I should be listening to what the others are saying, and I think Lewin's plan with the pathway is probably going to be the strategy here. I will just let him continue.
So yes, having thought about it a bit, I can create 100 foot, effectively, of small panels out of this acidic substance. The only downside is I don't know if I need to be able to see the entire way. Translation being that effectively it's got a range of 120 feet, and it says you create a wall of ice on a solid surface within range. So, assuming I can still see the bottom.
You can see the bottom.
And just as a reminder,
so what are you casting?
So I'm thinking about casting Wall of Ice.
Okay. Well, you can Wall of Ice you can put on the surface of the liquid, but you're not quite sure whether that would be strong enough.
That's fine. I'm going on Knights of the Old Republic rules, where you have to traverse all the acid by throwing ice at it. The other reason is that is effectively 3, whereas Wall of Stone is a spell slot.
Yep.
So I can do both, gentlemen. Wall of Stone is probably going to be slightly more stable, but I don't know what the counter... I don't know what the trade-off is going to be later in the day. Because I've only got the one spell slot.
Let's try the ice.
I don't know. I think that was a DM hint there.
You can try it. You can try it.
Since when has that ever stopped us?
And to be fair, I could just have my boots at the ready, so if it gives way, I test it first. If it gives way, I'll just hover out, and yes, I'll get burnt, but it shouldn't hopefully be too bad. Famous last
Can I just make a couple of queries? You went over here, Brick, didn't you? That's where the path continues.
Yeah, down south. It's honestly turned into just like a bit, not even big, slightly wider than this cavern round circle. So it's pulled from there, and I assume any excess is spilling over into these bits.
Well, effectively, what I'm trying to ask, mate, is which way is the correct way? So at the moment, I can do 100 feet.
I point 65 feet in the direction of the red arrow that magically appears on screen.
What I mean is this definitely the way? Because we only get one chance at this.
Well, I can tell you for a fact you can go south if you want, but you will just melt.
Fine. If that's the case, then I will try and get a wall of stone out.
Before you do that, Brick, do you just want to go and investigate that little cave to the left?
I was going to say, did you not want to test out the? Did you not want to test out the ice first? Did you say?
Well, again, it's trade-off. Wall of stone, it doesn't even have to come out of it. I can just literally get it to pop out of the walls, and we can just walk over the top.
It doesn't cost a spell slot though.
No, it does cost a spell slot, but
So why
it's
ice? No, it doesn't.
because ice has a whole bunch of risks involved with it. Whether it can it take the weight? Will it be affected because I'm effectively freezing acid? Will someone slip? Will someone slip and fall headfirst into a vat of acid? You know.
2 feet tall as well. That'd be quite embarrassing.
Yeah, all of the above is true, but yeah.
Okay, you want me to go down south first and check though?
Well, effectively, what I want to make sure is I can create this bridge, and that's great. But if we get there and it's a dead end, it's a bit of a waste.
Well, this shit stinks. Go on then. I'm going to fly. I'm not going to put the thing on just for the sake of a couple of minutes, but I'm going to 5 feet up and I'll fly down there and I'll fly here and I'll have a good look.
Okay, so you see there is gurgling coming from the bottom of the acid. Here it's about 6 foot deep. There is a very small almost hole at the bottom, almost like a whirlpool, slow whirlpool, and you realise that there is the acid is draining here very, very slowly, being fed by the rivulets coming down the path. The stone around the outside is polished, and you can see now it's predominantly gem-like. Whatever it is resisting some of the acid.
I see. So it's sinking down from here, but it's actually coming from up here, like.
So there's the rivulets are coming down from the passage you're on, and then there's acid in this pit here, and it's just a very small, it's very, very slow drain. You don't know if it's deliberate or not. It looks natural to you.
Okay, I will go back and relay that.
And you see you see no treasure chest in there.
Fantastic. I will relay that.
What the cave wants us to think.
As I said before, yeah, it's just a giant acid toilet. It's dripping down to somewhere, but we're going to be waiting here forever if we want it to drain. So we do need to go across.
Some form of dimensional door that means the drips that are draining down and go to a shop in Kymel over Goblin Shop.
So you've got two options. We can go right and find out where that passage leads, or we can dive 6 foot into acid through a very small hole and find out what that does.
I don't know, that small hole sounds awfully convenient to me. How you feeling, Brick?
Not great about that suggestion.
I said, if everyone is happy to continue this way, then I can create a bridge using wall of stone.
Let's do it.
What level spell is it?
It is a 5th level spell.
Ooh, how many of them have you got left?
1.
What are we losing if you cast that?
My 2 favourite spells, telekinesis and my green fingers. Although, of course, I can upcast those. You just don't get any benefit.
That seems fine. She said, we need a 5th level spell exactly, you know.
Okay, so you cast a spell, yeah?
Yes, let me pop it down. There we go. So you see Lewin clasps his hands together, and then out of the walls, doof, 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 it just sections start popping out, and you see little supports come out of the walls to hold it up.
Absolutely. There we go. I put your panels in.
Given what's happening in front of me, it's more a bit like Minecraft, as you see that Lewin sort of crouches down. He starts putting blocks in front of each other.
Absolutely.
You touch the acid and you go, ooh.
So you.
At which point we hear the dice.
It becomes darker as you do this because that second light, you hide the illumination, but there's still enough that you can see. So you cast a spell, and The stone comes out of the ground. It's still acid slick, but you could walk on it relatively easily, you think?
Cool.
Nobody moves. Iskip goes first. And he goes slowly, without a problem, he skips across the bridge, followed by Brick. Okay, let's get everybody across.
Come on, Boris.
Lollygagging and daydream. Oh, Boris is lollygagging and daydreaming.
There you go. So I'll get you all across without a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're over the other side. The stone is there. It looks well built and supported. Lewin, you're quite proud of yourself for that. Okay. And you're over the other side now. The passageway here, you can still smell the acid. It's smarting your eyes. The passageway just rises a little bit and then carries on going downwards into the depths of the earth.
Obviously, JC will slowly start wandering forwards to see what he can see.
So, are you going on your own, or is everybody else following you?
Oh, we follow.
Yeah, we're kind of in the same order we are.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, so for Boris.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's the order, is it? Oh, what's the order? There we go.
my fat finger's got in the way there. Sorry.
Okay. So hold it. Let's go. And then it's Skip. And where's Lewin?
It's Lewin, and then you just give it the back.
I'm pretty sure it's Lewin and Dak are fighting over who gets to go first.
Okay. So
Get out of my way, Dak.
okay. So JC, make a perception roll for me, please, as you cross the thing. You still got acid in your
25.
eyes. Yeah, this is a disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage 25.
25. Okay. As you're walking through, the ground under your feet where you're standing, there's a slight hollow ring to it as you're walking over it.
How solid does it feel?
You're going to jump up and down on it?
No. Is there oh, do I still have it? Crap. Hang on 1 second. Yes. Is there like a rock or something that I can do a catapult at the ground, sort of?
So it's under your feet. You've got your boots on, your boots,
Yes.
with sort of there's a metal clip around the outside, and there's a slight hollowness under your feet where you're standing at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, where I'm standing at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to move back a little bit.
Okay.
As I said, is there a rock or something I could pick up and throw at the floor around there?
There's many rocks on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that using catapult at the floor. I'm going to say about here.
Okay. So a boulder, a small rock, sorry, shoots down there, and clatter, clatter, clatter. It's actually very quiet in here, and as you do that, it makes a hell of a din, and it continues to clatter down the corridor, down the tunnel, going much further than you thought it would do because it's going downhill.
Yeah, but the ground doesn't give way or anything like that.
Not that you see, no, not with the perception roll of 25. When it goes out of your distance, you can't see it now. It's out of your vision.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'll continue walking across slowly.
Yep.
Across this space. Obviously, I assume Boris would still be following.
Yep.
Just behind.
Okay, so there you go there. Yep, and then Boris is there. Who's after Boris? Brick. Okay. Let's move Brick up then. Who's after Brick? Dick. Who's after Dick?
That would be me.
Okay. Brick, as you're walking on this ground, you feel movement under your feet. And the ground just gives way.
Oh, bugger. I will put my boots on immediately.
Okay, before you do that, the ground gives way. Your boots weren't on then, but you fall 10 feet. both you, Boris, and Dak fall 10 feet downwards.
As I put my boots on, can I reach out to try and grab them? Or
Well, because that's not it's not a reaction. It's only 10 feet, so you don't have a reaction time to do that.
okay,
But you hit the ground. The ground is soft and rather squidgy.
That's never good.
It is never good. And you feel and you land prone, all of you. Brick, you particularly, you feel yourself being pulled into the ground. Your armour seems a lot heavier. The ground itself is soft, undulating, and you each of those who fall in there take 4 acid damage.
apologies for the cat singing in the background.
Look, okay, look, I'm not that good at singing, but come on.
And
Wow.
then what I'd like you to do, please, as the ground around you starts to move, is roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, holy poop.
The ground around you starts to. You see these black tendrils come up, dripping with acidic liquid on them, which drips and smarts. And this thing is filling the bottom of this pit. So, all of you roll. Do you want to each roll your own initiative? Because invariably I seem to do it wrong.
I just rolled one before the window. It's like,
I will do mine.
Oh, would you look at that? 33.
That's a good way to start the year. Hey! Oh, naturals already! Do you have like the alert fee or something? Jesus
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. My modifier to my initiative is plus 13.
Giant Sword used to be like that with that mask and alert. I used to have ridiculous initiatives.
Why is my guy not doing it? Come on, in you go. Do your initiative. There we go. So, starting with Lewin, you see them fall in. You hear a shout as they start to acid starts to eat into them. Lewin,
it came from there in that room. They could hear him on the mic.
Rick, we can hear you.
is everybody on here?
Sorry.
Boris isn't on the thing. Let's put him on.
Oh, sorry, that was
So
me.
I've done him. I put him on.
Cool. Right. Can I see Dak?
Dak is at the bottom of the pit now.
And how far down is the pit?
It's only about 10 feet down.
Ah, perfect. If that's the case, I am going to, with Whisk of the Fingers, I'm going to point it, and a little green beam is going to fire out at Dak.
Okay.
And he can choose to make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, I'll just go with it at this point.
That's fine. If that's the case, I'm just going to pop you there on the other side of the big drop in the ground.
Okay.
Oh, very much.
Okay. JC.
Oh, sorry. And
Yep.
I'm just going to move 10 foot back, so that thing looks as though it's got long tentacles.
Yeah, I'm going to. Not really much. I was going to try and help him out, but I don't have the strength.
The initiative.
I am going to go.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's good. That,
and do a.
Where's this skip? Oh dear. What's happened here?
It's fine. I'm after JC. It's fine. Don't worry.
There we go. Okay, JC. What are you doing?
I'm going to move back 5 feet and hold dodge action because I can't really do much else.
Okay. Skip.
I want to get a little bit closer.
Yep.
It's 10 feet down, right?
It's about 10 feet down, yeah. I mean, this is this big creature down to the bottom there. It's starting to move. The whole ground is moving. These big tentacles are coming up.
I'm just gonna pop my arms.
Yeah.
Is he within 10 feet of me, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Nice.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Because his
Nice.
bits of him are coming up. Yeah.
It's fucking gross. If you can make a dexterity save throw, please, of 19. It's coming up.
A dexterity saving throw. Let me just do that. Saving throws. Yeah. Saving throw. Dex. He's basically a big blob.
He takes 10 force damage.
10
Lucky him.
10 force damage. And he just splodges in. There's a kind of grunt. Doesn't seem to do a huge amount of damage to it. Oh, you've damaged it, but it's a big thing.
Yeah. I will slap him once then, and I probably miss. Impressed by my own.
You don't.
Arms.
It's just a big. It's a big jelly. It's a big blob thing. You hit it.
Oh wow, so that's 11 force damage.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I will slap a stunning strike into that, and if that doesn't work, I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
So if you can make a DC 19, I'm trying to find the button. There we go. Yeah, a DC 19 con save, please.
DC 19. Where is his thing? Basically, you just hit the blancmange and it just quivers a bit. That doesn't stun him though.
Just one tentacle's quivering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The whole thing's quivering.
So I don't get advantage on the next whack then, I guess.
No, you don't. No.
Okay, that's fair. And then for my final attack, I'll slap him again for 15 and 13 force damage.
That whacks him again. Yep.
Nice. And then after that, I'm going to go cower behind Lewin.
Okay, so he can't attack you.
He cannot.
He cannot attack you.
That's the end of my turn. Thank you very much.
And now it's his go. There's Brick and Boris down there. He is actually going specifically. He's going to go for a Brick. Brick.
Oh, of course he would.
No, he is. He's going to go for you with a black tentacle comes out with a advantage versus metal armor. Natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so he does. He does 10.
The adamantine armor.
Oh, yeah, you can't get crit.
Yeah, 10 bludgeoning damage and 18 acid damage.
Man, that acid ring would have been really useful right now.
It would have been, wouldn't it? And then he gets to attack you. Another pod comes up with a 23 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. That is again 10 damage. But I should we? Why don't we actually roll that? 8 bludgeoning and 26 acid damage.
Fucking hell!
Okay.
Oh, dear.
What are you wearing at the moment?
My armour and underclothes, well, just regular clothes, sort of, I guess, underneath.
Okay. So your adamantine armor is safe because it's magical. Your helmet is starting to dissolve. Your glaive is okay. Last attack is going to be versus Boris with a 14 to hit. I think that misses Boris. Okay. That is him done. JC, him's gone. His skip's gone. Brick.
Yep. Am I able to get away from this guy in any way?
Okay, so you try and stand up because you were prone. Actually, they were prone anyway. So does 18 hit Boris? I forgot you were prone. Sorry?
Oh, he doesn't have metal armor though, does he?
No, but
So he
he's
wouldn't be
prone.
advantaged.
It's 18 hit.
No, I'm cost 19.
Okay, that's fine. Brick, you try and stand up. Could you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
Yep, no worries. I'm just amazed at That Boris has a higher AC than me, and he's half naked. Strength saving or just regular strength? Sorry.
Strength. Sorry, strength. It's just strength roll. I beg your pardon. Strength roll.
Strength roll. Yep. No worries.
Fine.
19.
You managed to stand up, but all your movement is halved. You feel something pulling you down into the creature.
Okay. With my.
You feel your arm is
action,
being sucked downwards.
Yeah, I'd like to try and use my boots to see if that magical energy will help me pull away from him.
Okay. Yes, it can. Yep. So switch your boots on. Yep. Is it an action to do? Is that an action to do your boots? Or is it a bonus action? Okay.
Yeah, bonus. Which is a shame because I'd love to be able to protect myself a bit more. That's fine. I will use that flight to hopefully. Can I get here?
Okay. He makes an attack of opportunity against you.
Am I still in attack range or not?
If you're 5 feet up, yeah, because you've come out of the pit. And your movement is halved, but doesn't matter. You can still do that. He's going to take an attack of opportunity against you. And with a pseudopod. 22 to hit.
Him back.
Sorry?
Yeah, that hits. I do want to be able to hit him back. That's the only thing.
So
as far as I think.
Yes, you can. These tentacles aren't particularly long. They're just short, stubby things. So he does 13 bludgeoning and 28 acid damage. Gosh, that acid is really high.
I'm glad you didn't roll the first one in normal honesty.
But you managed to pull away from his field.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, we use this chance to hit back quite angrily at this stage. But not rage level yet.
Yep.
Thank God my flames were still on.
They were on,
right, okay.
Yep.
So, 16?
16 hits.
Great, I'll roll all three.
No, do the first one first.
Oh, of course, yeah, no worries. So that's 20 damage.
Okay. Hold it. So you hit the flames damage him. But you slice through this creature with ease. And it splits into 3.
Oh
dear.
Got to do some maths now. Jesus. That's about that much each. I'm gonna downgrade it slightly.
I feel like maybe what we should be doing here is just killing one until it gets so small it's insignificant.
I've never seen it chin scratchy. That's when they get in your bloodstream.
Yep.
I was thinking more about that croc level where you've got the snowmen, you keep hitting them until it gets smaller and smaller.
Dak, you recognise these things as this is a black pudding. This is a large amorphous creature, and you know it has certain immunities. You know it's immune because you've got quite a high nature roll, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you off. You know that it's immune to things like acid. You know that certain things can actually make it split, but you can't remember what it was. So I gave you that for free. You can try and remember if you wish. Okay, so that's your first attack. Brick. It's cut itself and it's divided into 3. But by the way, Dak, you've never heard of a black pudding being as big as this.
I mean, Yorkshires.
I would go down the mentality of it's like just chopping off bits of a branch of a tree. Like eventually it becomes sawdust. So I'm going to deal with just one of them.
Okay, go for it.
And see what happens. It'll be a 27 at the one on the top left.
Top left, 27. Yep, that hits. So you do 8 fire damage.
Yep. I'm assuming we're just rolling the fire. There's no point in the melee, is there? Technically, I guess.
And it splits in half again.
No time like the present. Little one in front of me. Let's go for a third.
Oh dear, I'm having to do maths here on the hoof. There we go. And the little one, yeah?
Yes. Let's deal with that little one there. Boom, number 24, so that's 9 fire damage. damage.
9 fire damage. Oh God.
It's just when they all cause 26 active damage each, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
This is where they're highly combustible, and you're in a very small pit.
Woo! Well, I'm not. Boris is.
250 degrees, that sounds about right, Lewin? 10 minutes?
Half orc tastes best after it's been dry roasted.
Ah, so I like mine just air dried and spiced up. You know, orc jerky.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there's puddings everywhere.
They are everywhere. I have to turn that into a drawing, so you can have more than one on a thing. Okay, there we go. And you can see now that the bottom of the pit is about 20 feet down. And this thing was taking up the whole of the bottom of the pit.
Wait, so wasn't the pit 10 feet deep before?
Yes, it
No,
was.
it's always fell on it.
That was a beastie that you landed on.
Yeah.
Okay, Brick, you do anything else? Or do you think you've done enough damage?
I think I have sufficiently upset both the DM and the entire party. I
that's
am
right.
happy to end my turn.
There we go. That's great. Okay. Boris.
Boris thinks this is absolutely amazingly fun. You hit an enemy and you get 2.
Yep.
So he's going to yell that no one will outdo Boris, the Trollowod champion, and he's going to be taking that one hit. Does it? That one there, and he's going to hit it with Mephisto.
Okay, go for it. Natural 20. Bosh. He's not raging at the moment, is he? No. So he does 14 bludgeoning plus another 8. He gets brutal criticals as well, doesn't he?
I think so.
He should
No, they
already
were-
have that as part of his damage roll.
Bludgeoning.
1d8 plus strength plus magic. No. Crit 8. He should have another one on there. So that should be another 8
D8.
damage. Another 8 damage. So that's 16. That's 30 damage. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so whack. It just squidges it. Boris takes 4 acid damage as bits of acid just spat on him.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to do it again.
Do it again.
For 21.
And again, whack. He whacks it again. And that's for just 9 damage this time.
Yeah, just 9.
And he takes another 4 acid damage as he gets splattered.
Oh, does he have 3 attacks or 2 attacks?
He has 2
He's not
attacks.
raging. 2 attacks.
And his kilt is starting to melt in the acid.
Yep.
Okay.
Boris don't care. He's laughing. He's loving it.
He's going to be a naked warrior soon. Dag.
Yep.
Cool. Are all of these things still in the pit with Boris?
They are. They are, yeah.
Oh, God. Right, okay. Let's try something not so...
And now
fishing
Boris
about.
is on the bottom of the pit because this thing is split into pieces and he's being surrounded by puddings now.
Right, let's try something less cleavery. I'm going to cast Moonbeam, I think.
Yep.
If I can find the thing for it.
Yep.
I'm going to try and stick it on these 2 little ones over in this corner.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, that's me, and then I will take a few steps back, I think.
Okay. Nice. And it's on their start of their turn that things happen, doesn't it?
It
Yes.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Start of the turn. There is a grating sound coming from the area just around the pit. But nothing's happened there yet. Lewin.
Right, Lewin is going to look around and just see that the geniuses in the party are just carving everything up.
Yep.
So what I am gonna do is, I don't know why I think it's a touch spell. It's not. I am going to look at Brick, who is suffering the most, and I'm going to throw a piece of licorice into his mouth. As you get haste for the next minute.
Fantastic. Die quicker, fantastic. Thank you.
See, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I don't like the sound of this horrible grating sound, so I'm just going to briefly make sure that the path is open for Yiskip to do whatever he needs to do.
Excellent. JC.
Word.
If I can remember to be unmuted. These things are now taller
Yeah,
than...
I should also remember to put the battle music on as well, really, shouldn't I? Where is me battle music? There's me battle music.
There's nothing quite as intimidating, however, as the sound of silence in the background.
In space.
Let's put the battle music on. There we go. Go for it.
Yep.
JC.
These things are now taller than the pit edge, aren't they?
No, they're not. They're still in the pit.
Oh, so they're not sticking up above
No,
it?
they're not. No, there's just run out of room in there. They're squidgy, amorphous blobs. And Boris buried at the bottom with them.
Yeah. How close to the top are they? Their heads,
You
like, at ground level?
you can't see them from where you are.
Oh. Well, I'm not strong enough to lift Boris up and out, so I will stay here and hold dodge action because there's not much else I can do.
All right. Skip.
Which side is Boris on? If I walk up to, because these are all in the pit, aren't they?
They're in the pit. Yep.
Yeah. I tell you what, because he's on the other side, isn't he?
Yep.
By the looks of it. Could I do a running jump over the pit or running across the walls across the pit?
Don't go in that light.
No. Okay, I'll run around the wall then.
You've seen it enough to know that it's bad.
Yes, I have. Yeah. So I'll run across the wall from here to here to here to here.
Yeah,
to here,
you can do that.
Nice. And can I?
And you can see
assist
down there,
Boris?
the bottom of the pit is just squirming, and there's these bits of black oozing tentacles that are starting to wrap around Boris. You know he's potentially in trouble.
Can I, with my arms hanging down, both my astral arms and my normal arms, pull them down and give Boris a hand up? Lift him up?
He is now the bottom of the pit is 20 feet down now.
Oh, yeah, fucking... Of course you are, Boris. Boris, you're going to have to climb 10 feet, mate.
And he looks up and he waves his crutch at you.
Oh, yeah, that may or may not be a problem. He can jump 10 feet, though, with one leg. He's a strong lad.
It's a pogo stick.
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to help him with. I don't even have rope on me anymore. Fuck. Is that a free action to go get rope off someone?
Off someone else? It's get rope off you is normal. If from somebody else, they're going to have to give it to you. So that's not.
Nah, yeah, I don't have any rope on me. Oi, fuckers, give me some rope! And then if not, then I will, I will hold my action to... If Boris tries to get out of the pit, I will do my best to assist him.
Okay. All right. Next, it's the black puddings. Not the big one, because he's now gone. So starting with the black puddings, first of all, there's a couple of them have to take a moonbeam, yeah?
Yep, so any of them that are in the moonlight...
Dancing in the moonlight, yep?
Absolutely. Constitution saving throw, DC 19, please.
Saving throw. What damage does your thing do?
It is radiant damage.
Okay, could you press the button that says Chaos Random Magic, please?
Oh, yeah.
Where will I find said button?
In your it should be in your thing at the top.
Yes.
If you haven't got it, I'll press it for you.
I don't seem to have it.
Okay, I'll press it for you. So, how much damage are you doing?
It's 2d10.
Okay, and it is a necrotic damage. Okay, 2d10, yep.
Yes, please.
So the first one, con, is 18.
Fail.
Second one is 15.
Fail.
Third one is 19.
Passes.
So how much damage is it? Sorry.
Half. So the one that passed takes half.
Yep.
and the ones that fail take the full lot.
Okay, so the ones that fail.
Have you rolled the 2d10 or am I doing it?
I thought you said they took 19 damage.
No, DC 19.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Sorry,
Yep.
I misunderstood what you were saying. It was 5 damage.
Oh well, they don't die then.
No,
Five.
that's a big difference.
This is getting difficult. Why is that not letting me do that? 5 damage, yep.
Yes, please.
I am going to have to not turn them into not drawings. I'll have to put him next to them. And it takes 2 damage, yep. Okay, that could have worked, but didn't.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so they're at the bottom now. They're all going to descend on Boris. The ones up the side are going to try and attack Brick, and they climb out. And the ones at the bottom are all going to go for Boris. So the little ones are attacking with against Brick 12 and a 24.
24 hits.
So 8 bludgeoning and 22 acid damage.
Jesus, they do a lot of damage still.
And against Boris, who is not raging, we have 1, 2, 3 attacks. We have 22 to hit.
Yep.
8 bludgeoning, 14 acid damage.
Hang on, let me get my calculator. So he's not acid resistant, is he?
Nope. No.
So it was 8 and
14 acid.
14. Yeah.
12 to hit.
Nope.
20 to hit.
Yes.
5 bludgeoning, 21 acid damage. And his kilt is now completely dissolved. He's now standing there
God.
naked.
Quick, everyone roll for Constitution saves.
That is them done. Brick.
Yes, right, let's... fuck, what have I got? Not a lot. I will use my fighting spirit.
Yep.
And I will... Yeah, I'll just deal with these little boys. Let's keep going. I'll deal with the ones to the south.
You realise that when you hit them with your glaive, you slash them, you cut them in 2.
But I'm hoping I hurt them because there's very little else I can do.
Okay.
Because if I disengage at this point, I'm probably still going to go down. So going down, swinging. I will attack the one to the south of me.
Okay, go for it.
17 to hit.
Hits
6
it.
fire damage.
6 fire damage. 6 fire damage, yep. Okay. I'm going to say you can't halve them any more than that. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'll hit it again.
Go for it.
5 fire damage.
Okay. And it just catches fire and it makes a Wilhelm scream.
Hey, first death of the year!
Yeah.
Right. Still this other little fucker. Right, let's hit the one to the side of me. Oh, that one. But is anyone in range? Probably not, hopefully.
Natural
No.
1. No one's in range. That's a disappointment. Okay. So.
And then if that's all right, I will.
Well, how do you had
I
fight?
will-
You did a fighting spirit, so you got 29.
I did. I forgot. Yes, I did. So 9 damage.
9 damage. Yep.
And I
He's
I forgot about
smouldering.
that, and I forgot about rapid strike. So I'll say that hits him.
Okay. Are we done?
I need to get away from these things before they completely mess me up. So I'm going to back away to Lewin. I know it's going to get hit against me, but I need to
He
get away
gets
from
attack
this.
against you
That's fine. I need to get away from this.
with a pseudopod. 23 to hit.
That hits.
That is.
Remember, your AC's boosted, mate, because of haste. Did you make sure to take your extra
You
attack?
did have an extra attack as well. Remember.
But you can use that to disengage.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yes, I did. Thank you for reminding me of all of that. I've forgotten about all of it. Yeah, I'll disengage instead, and I'll come back here.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
I'm going to be there, and I am completely messed up. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Boris. Oh, by the way, when you hit him, you also took some damage because he was close to you. You hit him 3 times, didn't you?
Twice. I hit one of them twice and the other one once, yeah.
Yeah, so each time that you hit them, you take 4 acid damage. If you're within 5 feet of it, which you were because they hit you.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, so it's Boris.
Yeah,
Surrounded
Boris
by
a
puddings.
bit outnumbered in this pit, especially after that little attack on him. So he's going to hold up the crutch towards Yixip in the hope that he can get pulled out.
Okay, so make
That's about it.
Okay, well, Skip was holding his action to help him get out. So he can make a athletics roll. Disadvantage. The walls are slick. Disadvantage, but because of his leg. But advantage because of Skip helping him. So a straight roll, which will be an athletics roll.
Athletics, yeah.
Yeah.
14.
14, not quite enough. He slips and slides back to the bottom of the pit. He needed a 15. It was a hard roll to get out.
Yep.
Skip, you just hang on. You try and pick up air as he comes off, and he falls back into the bottom of the pit again.
That's fine, you Boris.
Boris, do anything else?
Try again next time. No, use the action, so that's it.
Okay, Dak.
Cool. Can I? I don't think I can see anything from where I'm. Can I?
Would raging be an action? Because you could say he gets angry because he fell back down and rages, if that helps for the next attacks.
Bonus action to rage.
Bonus action to rage. He'll rage, and then that'll be Boris.
Okay, nice.
Sorry.
Oh boy, what are you doing playing with your dinner? Come on, just as you've lost your leg, you stupid boy. It's like me losing my teeth.
Everyone loses something, Grandma.
Dak.
Cool. Yeah, from where I'm at the moment, I can't actually see any of them, can I?
You can't, no.
No. So if I can move forward just to the point where I can see this one hiding over in the corner.
Yep. That one's
then...
tried to come out of the pit, and it just attacked Brick, and Brick's just buggered off.
Cool. I'm going to cast Frostbite and see if I can get in with that.
Okay.
And then Moonbeam can just stay where it is. So that's a Constitution saving throw, please.
13.
Fails. So.
But you realise that the cold doesn't damage it at all.
Oh no! What about the disadvantage on next weapon attacks? Would that do anything?
Yes, it would.
Cool. All right. Well, that's something at least. That'll do.
Yep.
And I'll take a step back.
Okay. The grating sound gets louder. Over the top of the
direction?
pit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Over the top of the pit, a grate comes over. Over everything. So the oozes the black pudding's down there, and as is Boris.
Does that also trap my arms in there too?
Sorry?
We've killed Boris.
You killed
Does that
Boris.
also trap my arms?
Your
in there
arms
too?
are amputated, absolutely.
Your trotters, I think you mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he is down there at the bottom of the pit as this thing comes sliding across.
Oh no. Is it my go?
It is Lewin's go.
Rescue the champion. Right, that's 5, 10, 15. This grate, is it like a mesh or is it like how it looks like it's a big metal sheet?
It's a big metal thing where you can see through it just.
Oh, fantastic.
The holes are tiny.
If I can see through it, little green beam. Pting, I'm gonna try and bring Boris up here.
Okay.
Of course, it is Boris's choice if he wants to come up here.
He's angry.
Yeah, no, he'll want to come up.
He's angry and he's raging. He's foaming at the mouth.
There we go. I'm just gonna pop the Boris over here with the rest of the angry.
Okay. And you can see Fusto starting to vibrate. Run away! Run away! You run away! But the grate is now covering the pit. And you can just about see through there. The oozes are trying to get through, but the holes are tiny. They're probably imagine it's like a colander. So there's tiny holes. And then as you look at it, you can see it starts to camouflage itself, and it looks like the rest of the floor. Lewin, you see the oozes trying to climb through the grate, and there's little black things trying to get through, but they can't. The spaces are too small.
It's like a mosquito net.
Absolutely, they can't get out. There's acidic smell here, but you have put the black puddings behind you.
We've put them back in the fridge.
They're back in the pit.
Goodness
So
me,
wait
it smells
until
like a
next year.
kobold's workshop in here. Well, that was exciting. How's everyone feeling?
Fine.
Yes, no. I think we all feel remarkably fine after doing
the
that.
moonbeam is still on, Dak. You can keep it going if you wish to incinerate the black puddings.
I'll leave it on for a while, but the thing is once it goes sort of opaque again, I've got no idea if they're there or not, so I'll just give up at that point.
Okay. So the moonbeam keeps, and you can smell some burning, and you can see the moonbeam changes colour intermittently. Occasionally it crackles like lightning. It turns into a column of fire. Lightning again, and then goes out. There's a crack of thunder. You've not seen your moonbeam do that before.
No, that's new.
I like the new flare deck. Some very exciting things. Oh, I appear to have fallen over and upside down. Sorry, hold on a sec. As Lewin,
Hold
picks
that. I'm
himself
just
up.
going to go to the little boys' room. Hold it and get another alcohol-free beer. Talk amongst yourself.
Who keeps turning me upside down?
I know who it is, but nice trying to do it to yourself to make it look as though you're not the guilty party.
How dare you call me out like that?
I knew I took nearly 100 damage in that first turn.
Yeah, they fucked you so bad, didn't they?
They are.
Yeah. Good luck in any other encounters until I get a rest.
You don't even have any hit die left, do you? Because we used them all last session.
No, I do have a few. I have 5.
Okay, fair.
See, this is all you guys' mistake. You run into the encounter. You don't stand a good 20 feet back from all of the action. Sorry, one sec. Whiskey, shut up.
I genuinely thought
It's not playtime anymore.
I felt like when you cut them down, they were going to do less damage, and they didn't, and that scared me. I was like, oh, I have to kill everyone.
No, oh, I've made a mistake.
Oh dear, I appear to have doubled the DPS per round.
I've gone from easy mode to hard mode.
I mean, I was tempted to just drop a circle of death in there and just be done with it.
Poor Boris.
So, JC, what have we learned?
Learn to be
Nothing?
serious.
I was going to say, I tried.
You did try, yeah, you did try, buddy. Yeah, you did try. You're right.
I was going to say, we're the Waffle House. No lessons, no morals, no happy endings.
I think, JC, you've been doing a fabulous job leading the party down this cave. Not sarcastically.
So you have you're standing there after the combat. Brick is looking worse for wear. Boris is naked. His crutch.
Boris is happily naked.
His crutch is damaged again, and the fingers have been destroyed, and the thing is falling apart.
Ah. So the mace, the flail is compensating for something.
What are you on about?
I was talking about your lack of leg. What were you thinking, Boris?
Leg.
And he
yes.
says he's just standing there completely naked. His clothes have just melted off him. His beard is bedraggled and burnt. His skin is damaged with the acid. But Brick is looking even worse. Brick, some of the bindings for your helmet have... In fact, your helmet has been dissolved. Functionally makes no difference, but you don't have a helmet now.
That feels like a very convenient thing for a potential beheading later. Yeah, no worries, it's fine. I can manage. My luscious locks are unharmed.
You have hair?
Yeah? More than you.
What? What? Hang on a minute. Can I go
Look
and...
at the pic-
I'm going to walk over the
can you
grave
not
and
see
I'm going to go look
can
at
you not-
Brick.
Can you not see the picture? I've got way more hair, mate. I'm
No,
probably got the most hair out of anyone in the
you're
party.
a token. You're wearing a bandana.
Well,
what
hang
the
on, hang
fuck?
on.
Oh, that's an old token when we just started. I've never bothered to change it.
Oh, I
So-
didn't realise
I
that.
probably
That's climate unity.
Hold
I was
it,
about to
hold
say-
it. So, you're standing there. The grate is underneath the grate is now still. You still know it is there though, but it's starting to almost camouflage itself. What are you doing?
I
We should
should
probably-
move on and get the hell out of there.
We should probably mark this area so we don't forget. Can I lay like a cairn down or something, like a pile of stones, as a way marker or something, so we don't forget if we come back through this way? Sort of something which is a bit like.
You can, I mean, there are stones here. You can do so, yeah. With your trotters out, you can scratch the walls.
Yeah. I'll scratch the walls and I'll sort of lay a pile of rocks that'll look a bit like a cairn or something.
Yep.
Just so we don't forget, because we will forget.
Yep.
The question is, would any of us actually remember to look at the walls on the way back?
Just calm
Well,
down.
so I will write the
down
walls.
with a big sad face.
Lewin,
You see,
yes.
yes,
Could you make a strength roll for me, please?
absolutely.
Shit, I've lost my font. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a...
You feel strangely being pulled. Your breastplate is pulling you towards the grate. You've heard of the power of certain metals to attract or repel each other.
I grab my sensitive breastplate and I take 10 steps back.
Okay. So you managed to do so with your immense strength. Lewin has never failed a strength roll yet.
You just see that Lewin's just holding up for dear life of his staff of ice, and he's just sort of just pulling himself like a tugboat. Oh, I wish I had a magnet now, because I could throw it over the top and I could, like, fly over the top of it. Oh, be aware that that grate has attractive properties.
I didn't realise you were into
Well,
inanimate objects.
Brick, you know that it was actually under the grate. It was the giant black pudding that had the magnetic properties. That was what was pulling you down.
Brick.
So maybe it's forming itself back up again.
We should
As
move
you
on.
your haste wears off, Brick.
Okay, well, I'll stand there for 6 seconds and then you hear the Windows screensaver sound, and then I come back and go, we need to move before that causes problems again. Deal with any problems later. Big problem is under there. Let's get away from it.
Skip. Can't I ask you for your incredible inner strength in the form of your magical arms to please carry me across this very attractive floor?
Sure. Yeah, I will lift Lewin up, cradle him in my arms like a baby.
Yep.
Getting the practice in, and I will run along the side, hopefully, with Lewin in arms.
Okay. Well, you get on the side. What on the walls? You mean?
I'm going to try on the walls. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, well, can you make a athletics roll for me, please? It's going to be quite difficult. The walls are slick.
Yep.
May
run on
I?
water.
Could I attempt to assist him with this with a prompt use of prestidigitation to try and splatter?
You can try and assist, but knowing Lewin, that will be a 1d4 negative. So make a athletics roll, please.
So because I'm using my arms, I get to use my wisdom modifier for any strength checks or saves. Is that still applicable here?
This isn't an arm. You're using your legs here, aren't you?
Yep. Okay, that's why I thought I'd ask. So straight athletics. Bang. Perfect.
Okay, so you try one along the wall and you fall with Lewin flat here, because Lewin was telling you how to do it. Unfortunately, Lewin doesn't know, and he did it wrong. You land on the grate. You hear a click.
King!
And you both fall down to the bottom of the pit. Oh God, let's get rid of that. That's gone. And at the bottom of the pit, there is a reformed black pudding, although nowhere near as it's obviously been damaged, but it's formed itself back together again.
As I feel myself start to fall like an Acme character, can I just attempt to misty step?
No, because that's not a reaction.
So, yep, totally fine.
Okay, so you both fall down onto the this giant pudding which is there. You both take 4 acid damage as you do so, and we have to restart initiative again.
Oh no, we both do it, mate. We both do it when you ask me.
Oh dear. Okay, I got rid of the initiative tracker, I think.
I went first.
No, it's still there. It is still there.
Hey.
So it's going to start with Lewin. You land on the grape amorphous blob.
Oh, am I anywhere near Yiskip?
Yiskip's right next to you.
I'm just going to grab hold of
because you were telling him how to do it wrongly, and he tripped over his feet and he fell into the pit.
No, don't! Oh, goodness me, Yiskip! It's as though you're not properly listening to me. Right, here we go. And I'll grab onto Yiskip's forearm, and can I help to misty step ourselves up to the top?
Okay. You can. Let me just look at this for a second. The giant one.
Do it again. I'll do it again.
What size are you, Lewin?
I'm a medium creature.
You're quite small, aren't you? How big, Iskip? How big are you?
I'm the same size as Lewin.
Okay, you're both skinny. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I think Lewin's probably taller than me because I'm about 5'8".
Okay, so you managed to misty step out. Where are you misty stepping to?
If I can, I'm just going to try and get next to these two.
Is it somewhere where you can see? So you can. You have to be the lip. Yep.
With the lip, so I've put myself there. Is that?
Yep. And Lewin comes with you. Okay. Lewin, your armor is starting to smoke.
Can I attempt to, because that's a bonus action, as my action, can I attempt to prestidigitate this muck off my armour?
You can do. What's your armour class?
It is 17 in total.
It is now...
sorry, just my armour class or in total?
Just for your armour class from your breastplate.
That would give me 17 in total.
So 16 now. Your breastplate has been damaged by the acid.
Oh no, that's... that's my entire character!
Okay, and you get out. JC.
Yes.
You're still dancing your jig as you're dodging.
Yeah.
Or you just face palming.
I'm gonna move back a bit, and I'm just gonna dodge because I ain't got the strength or anything.
Nice.
To do, so.
Okay. Skip.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around, go to the lip, and I'm gonna punch it a couple of times.
Okay, you can do so because it's only 10 feet down because this thing is reformed. Go for it. Go for a punch.
What a monster this thing is. 26 to hit.
Whack. Yep.
It's 11 force.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Yep.
It's another 11 force.
Yep. Whack, whack,
And
splat,
actually,
splat.
do you know what? Last one. Oh no, I didn't do that, so I can't do that. Sorry. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Another 7 force damage.
Yep.
And after that, I'm going to go, bye, Lord. And just run off.
Okay.
You sod.
Black pudding now.
I'm sorry,
It crawls out. It crawls out, and a target. It tries to engulf Lewin, who's right in front of it. Lewin, you get attacked by these. You're wearing metal, aren't you?
I am wearing metal.
18 to hit.
It's still missing.
25 to hit.
25 does hit now.
Just.
Is 10 bludgeoning and 18 acid damage.
Okay.
And its last attack is 20 to hit.
I am going to use my ability, which I don't use very often. Where is it? Where's my arcane deflection? There it is. I'm going to use arcane deflection.
Okay.
To add +2 to my AC to cause that to miss.
Okay. Your armor class is reduced, by the way, when you're hit by 1 again.
That's fine. Also, as part of that, it takes 16 points of force damage.
From what?
From my deflecting shroud. Whenever I use my arcane deflection, up to 3 creatures of my choice take.
Okay.
It's half my wizard level, so they take 8 points of force damage.
It is thunder damage. 8, yeah.
Yes.
8 thunder damage. Whack. But it's trying to engulf you. Okay, and you feel that you feel strangely being pulled in towards this creature. That is him done. Brick. The thing has come out of the hole.
Yeah, I don't want to get anywhere near this thing, if I'm honest. I'm going to just take the turn to try and rest and recover a little bit. I think I'm just watching this madness. I want to try hopefully get back in the hole.
This is role reversal, isn't it? You're enjoying this. You put up a chair, get a glass of wine, you're going to watch it.
Put up a chair. Yeah, my own corpse will be a chair if I go anywhere near that thing. So I'm going to hope that they can somehow manage to get it back down the hole so I can get across to them and promptly get out of the way.
Okay. Boris is raging.
Yes, he is. But there's a big chasm between the two. Oh, you're saying it doesn't. Where's that Persisto, whatever this thing is?
Yep.
That's got a range attack, hasn't it?
Yep.
I can't find where the thing is, but it says it. Give me a sec. Command word. Range attack. It's Mellet? Is it Mellet?
You're going to shout that out, are you?
I'm assuming it's Mellet, so yeah. Mellet? And then, yes,
Yep.
and then I'm going to whack it with the ranged...
You're going to fire a lightning bolt at it, yep?
Yes.
Is that a lightning bolt or is that a thunderbolt? It's a lightning bolt, yep? Yep. So you basically you point the you swing a Fausto at it. You shout out mech. This bolt of lightning hits this creature and splits it in two.
Yep. Boris is going to be happy with himself for that one.
Okay, but doesn't do any damage to it. Just splits it in two.
Cool.
Does it keep going? Is it in a lightning bolt, or is it just what does it say?
I'll read this. Give me a second. Right, the wielder can use a lightning attack instead of attack. Command word mech. Range 6200 using dex for attack. If it hits, it does 1d10 per charge. Lightning damage.
So how many charges did you use then?
It's 2 charges, isn't it?
Okay, so you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did 2 charges. Okay.
2d10.
Okay, so it doesn't do any damage to it, but just split it in two. Dak. The moonbeam's gone out.
It has. let's just see if we can wait it out. Maybe it'll close again, and Dax will take a step back.
How are we gonna get Boris across?
Okay. You done? Yep.
Yeah, that's
You hear this whirring noise from the pit area. Lewin.
Well, I mean, as
an
I'm being so ably supported by my party, I'm going to take the disengage action, and that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Enjoy, guys.
So he's going to take they're going to take attacks of opportunity against you.
I disengaged.
Oh, you disengaged. I beg your pardon. Sorry, they're not going to take. They're just sort of waving pseudopods in the air, no matter what.
I'm just running away like a Monty Python character.
This is more Benny Hill, I think. And just remember, we haven't got the fighting music on, but do you know what? I can't be bothered to change it. This is much more. It's much more atmospheric.
I think we.
Okay. Lewin's done. You do anything else?
I can't cast spells this round, so no, that's me.
It's you, JC. You see these?
JC is going to see the valiant effort by Lewin, and he's going to join him in his valiant, better part of valor. And 5, 10, 15, as far as I can go, and then I'll hold a dodge action.
Okay, skip.
Do you know what? Are they more than 10 feet down now? Are they?
They're on the lips. They're on the lip. They're out of the pit.
All right, I'm gonna shove this guy back in then.
Okay, go for it.
That's an athletics check, but I'm gonna use my arms.
Yep.
Do I have athletics proficiency? I do, so I can use this one. That's a natural fucking 1. I
12,
was distracted by my symbol on the wall. That's some good handwriting. And then with that kind of deception, I'm going to try and shove him again.
Hold it. He's got to make his roll first. You may still beat him.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. There we go. So we're looking at athletics roll.
Well, please let it be a contest of natural ones. That'd be great.
What we're looking at? Athletics, yeah? No, strength. 8. So you beat him. So he falls back into the pit.
Hey!
There's a slight squidge as he hits the bottom. Okay.
What a satisfying sound. And that's one. Is a shove one action? Is it, or can I do another?
There's one
shove?
attack.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to come to this bloke then. Hello. Look over there.
Yep.
With his distraction, I'm going to shove him again.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 14. Fucking hell, this is plus 11.
20. You put your hands go into him, and you take 4 acid damage as your hands just fall. I know it's a force thing, but because he beat you on this, I'm going to say that he managed to damage you a little bit. 4 acid damage.
And then because I can make an unarmed attack as a bonus, so I'm just going to slap him once. How dare you defeat my shove roll and hit him.
Okay.
For 10 force.
And that's with your arms, yeah?
That's from the arms, yeah.
Now you are right next to him, so you're 5 feet, so you do take another 4 acid damage.
Jesus Christ, battle of attrition.
Yep. And that's him done. Black Pudding's now.
Right, with that as well, I'm going to move away from this guy because he might try and tentacle one of us. And I'm just going to... Bye, Dag.
Okay, so he comes up and says hello to Dak. And this one at the bottom is going to come up and say hello to Boris. He just climbs up. He can get to there, just on the lip. So, Dak, you're going to get eaten.
Yep.
With a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Is 6 bludgeoning, 15 acid damage. What are you wearing at the moment?
Hang on.
Your Elvis suit starts to rot under the acid.
Oh.
And against Boris, 24 to hit.
Yep.
13 bludgeoning, 11 acid damage. And he's not wearing anything else which can be dissolved.
No.
No.
I have defeated that thing.
He's full professional diver now.
Yeah.
That's them done. Brick.
I will let you have a guess as to what I'm going to do here.
Are you going to open another tinny and sit down and watch this?
Absolutely do nothing.
Okay. Boris.
This thing, is it level with Boris, or is it?
Yeah,
still
it's just climbing out of the pit.
Can I whack it on top of the head for this though?
First, of course you can. That's what it's there for. Yep. And you're raging, remember?
Yes, raging. So 29.
So you're going reckless, yeah? Okay,
Yes.
that's 12 bludgeoning plus 1 bonus rage, 13 bludgeoning damage. Whack. Yep.
And I'll do it again. 22.
Another 16 bludgeoning damage. And it's just squelching. Each time you hit, you take 4 acid damage.
Oh, yeah.
Splash,
that's 8.
splash.
Because I'm raging, do I get a third one? Or just join 2?
No, you don't. Dak.
Ah, great.
That was a sign of a parent, that was.
Yeah.
So this one attacking Boris is half in and half out of the pit.
Dak, give it some indigestion. Turn to a fire elemental. Whilst eating.
It's not actually eating me yet. I'm just getting nommed on. Let's think. Sure, that's actually probably one of the more sensible things I could do in this situation. So I will indeed wild shape, and I will go to. Let's go with fire. Wherever it is, there it is.
Okay, so the black pudding. Right, you're right next to the black pudding. Can you take acid damage as fire elemental?
Nope, only water elementals are immune to acid.
Okay, so you take. Okay, you're going to attack this. You're going to attack this creature.
It's just fire and fire and poison is what I'm immune to.
Yeah.
I'll do the multi attack. Yeah.
Okay, you can actually move into its space as well.
I may as well do that while
So
I'm at it.
you have two attacks.
Yeah. Why is it not done?
Because you're hitting multi-attack, you need to take the
Oh, it's touch, isn't it?
touch.
There we go.
Natural 20.
20.
That does how much damage? Press the attack button. Bit that says attack.
There it is.
11 damage plus 3 fire damage. Yep. So it's 11, 14. So you take 4 acid damage. Takes 14.
Fine.
Yep.
Not 9.
And the second one was 11. And the second one did. Oh, no, that was damage. The first one should have been doubled, or shouldn't it? So hold it. The first one did a 14 plus another 14. And then the second one did 12 damage. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And he's on fire.
Goody. So I take any more damage?
And you're going to walk into his space as well, are you?
Yes.
You take 4 damage each time, 4 acid damage each time you do that. Fire form. Can move through spaces. No. You can enter a hostile creature space and stop there. First time it does that, the creature takes 5 fire damage, catches fire. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you can move into space. So he takes another 5 fire damage, and he's looking very battered and injured.
Good.
Okay. So you hear the grating sound, and that pudding gets cut in two, and just flops into the pit, and he's going to be squidged as that grate comes across. Lewin.
Well, I mean, everyone's having such a good time here. You know, I don't want to get involved and cause issues with this. No, I should help out the party as much as I can. So I am going to try and mess with the mind of this strange amorphous blob. So can I attempt to make an intelligence save?
He can try. He can try. Intelligence minus save. Yeah. Minus no. Yes. 15. He got natural 20.
So how does that work? Is it an natural 20 an automatic pass?
No.
Oh well, in that case, brilliant. It takes 30 points of psychic damage, and I get to minus a D4 from its next saving throw.
Okay, and it just. How do you want to do this?
So as you do this, you just see that Lewin sort of he's got a piece up his nose. So as he blows it, it sort of fires out the end, and as it does this tiny little spit hits it, and it just explodes comically.
And you try and explain advanced algebra to this black pudding, and it just sits there going, and it's all his neurons exploding once, as he settles into flames on the ground, and starts to burn with an oily smoke, an oily acidic smoke.
Well, that was easy. I don't know what you big burly folks have issues with that.
Yeah, I barely touched it and it died.
Yeah.
More importantly, who is paying for my cleaning? Have you seen the state of my armor? This is disgraceful.
I'll give Lewin 1 gold piece.
I'll consider that a down payment. Thank you.
You didn't
Mr.
specify
Skip.
how much. I have paid you. The deal is done. We are done.
I mean, I would not expect someone who's taken a vow of poverty to understand the value of money.
Well, that was been in your back pocket for a while then, Lewin.
No, that's all right. Right, have we got everyone? Brick, you still alive? Boris, put your weapon away.
Boris is now just hopping. He has no crutch.
Yes, where is the crutch actually? Was it left in the pit?
Dissolved.
It's just dissolved.
Dissolved.
What you see, you look at it, you see this blackened crutch, and as you look at it, it just turns into smoke and just disappears into the ether.
Gets Thanos away.
Fuck. We're so fucked.
Goodness me, Boris, look at you. You don't even need that crutch.
At this point, it starts growing. He's like, yeah.
Yiska blushes. Turns away.
Don't you turn away from me, boy.
Please put on some clothes, Boris.
Do you have any clothes, spare clothes?
I
Got some rope.
Got some
No, I
rope.
don't. I lie. I don't have rope. It's the one thing I don't have. Oh.
He has traveller's clothes, or was that what was dissolved?
If he's still got the traveller's clothes, he can put those on. But where they were, he's got a back, so he's naked apart from a backpack. Okay, and so he takes out some traveller's clothes, what they may be, but he's no longer in his kilt.
Have to get another one. Meaning kill.
So Boris hops along the grate, looking apprehensively below him. He's leaning against the wall to keep standing. Brick, what are you doing?
You know what? Just for the mesmerising sight that it will be, Boris will hop across the grate before putting the clothes on.
Yep.
I will be flying over the grate for
Okay.
for a few moments because I am not touching that again.
Yep. Nice.
A very over compensating flight to the other side to make sure I avoid anything.
You've got light coming from Dak. As he...
Yeah, I may as well lead while I'm in this form, so that's fine.
Okay.
So, are we in the Whitestone mine proper then, are we? Or are we just sort of in the entrance shaft?
You are going downwards.
Okay.
You don't know where you're going, but this has been a route that you can follow. What are you going to do for Boris? So he's just standing there, tottering on one leg.
I will go over and I will give Boris my Staff of Frost.
Okay.
He can't use it, but he can use it as a crutch to walk.
Is it cold to the touch?
Yes, it is.
Don't we have javelins in the bag of holding that Boris has been using? Or he carries javelins, right?
He had a javelin, but I think we forgot to recover it at some point.
Yeah.
But then, if I remember correctly, didn't he buy more javelins after he forgot to get them?
Ever tried using a javelin as a crutch?
I think rather than javelins, he's thinking of using two, like the ski poles.
Speed walking poles, you know.
If that's the case, I do actually have two javelins he could use as ski poles.
Yeah, you know those power walkers you have, you know, like Flanders. You know,
that's literally what I was thinking.
Basically, he yanks the staff out of Lewin's hand. Says, "Well," and he's like, "It's really cold," and he gets Lewin's jacket and just rips the sleeve off, and puts it under his armpit, which he jams the staff into.
This is genuine halfling Swede, you barbarian. Oh, I see.
This is still a bit rubbish.
Everyone suddenly notices that Boris isn't quite so much of a tripod anymore. It's a bit cold.
Well, he's also put on the travelling clothes. He's struggling to boot the trousers because he's only got one leg. He doesn't quite know how to do it.
I will tie up the loose leg that he's got one leg through. I'll tie up the other leg.
Okay.
No, you skip. That's not his leg.
Oh God! You skip just blushes and runs away.
It was quite a thick leg when it used to.
This definitely takes the cake for the session with the most penis jokes in it.
They're pissing off a mountain.
And Jacques, as you're standing there watching the black pudding burn, something in it just catches your eye. There's a glint in the eye core, which is on fire.
There was shiny things in them.
There is. You have a look. Your passive perception is still very high. You can see there are coins in there.
At any point, could I get them out, even if that means having to wait until the fire goes out?
Well, you've got a mage hand. You can use that.
Oh, yes, I will use mage hand.
So you just put them there, and they come out a little bit like out of Ghostbusters. They come out with slime, and you manage to take out there's 25 platinum pieces in there. They are covered in acid, though.
I do have a wall. I'll burn it off.
Okay, you can do so. You burn it off. The platinum it sort of goes a bit soft, but not a problem. You managed to get it, so you got 25 platinum pieces.
Holy shit! Wow.
Well, we have to divide them up, so that's 25 divided by 6. My brain ain't mathing.
4 and a bit.
So 4 each.
Okay.
And JC will keep the 5th one, hoping no one notices.
So, the embers of the black pudding finally go out, lit by the glaive of brick and the light, the elemental light of Dak, the fire elemental, who leads the party further down into the depths of the mine. Keeps going on for another hour or so, going downwards, more gently now. What is your marching order, please? What's
I think
what have I missed?
you accept the comment.
It's Lewin's comment for me. Let me find it.
Okay, well you do that. You give me your marching order.
I think with Dak, then JC.
I think we should sort it by hit points.
So I'm at the back then.
Is anybody going to do anything, or are you going to just keep moving on like this?
Do we have a light source still?
You got two light sources. You got an elemental, which is flaming, and you got Fusto. Not Fusto. Retribution.
What I will do quickly is Yabba Dabba Do. Here's the healing goo brick. I will do that.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't say that.
I fucking love it. It's amazing.
He was so proud when he told me he'd come up with that, and I was like, go with it.
I really hope he didn't say it.
Oh, he did.
So 9 plus whatever.
9 plus what?
Yabba Dabba Do.
It's plus your spell casting. What's your spell casting modifier?
Oh shit! Oh, I can never remember this bloody number right
Intelligence,
now.
whatever your plus is.
4. So it'll be 13 total.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'll take it.
So the marching order is after the healing goo from Jacques.
Yep.
Nobody's quite sure where he gets his goo from, but he has some.
Best not to ask
So
some
that.
questions.
Don't taste it.
Where's Boris? He's going to be tottering around a bit. Okay.
I'll go in front of Lewin as well. Lewin can go where I am. Do you want to go there, Lewin?
Okay. All right. I'll move you around. So keep going downwards. Can you make a perception roll for me, please? That person at the front who is.
Can I assist JC with that as well?
No, because Dak's doing it. You can't. And
so
Dak is on fire. You really can't see past him.
Fuck you, Dak.
18.
18. Okay.
19 with guidance?
Yeah, I didn't guidance myself because I can't cast as an elemental.
Fair.
Okay. So keep going down this passageway. And let me just change the thing. And you hear running water ahead of you. Can you see the new map?
Yes.
Yes.
I can
so
see
Dak,
blackness. Oh, there you go. No, I see it. Don't worry.
Yep.
so Dak, you're in front. In front of you, you see there is a streamlet of water. As this corridor finishes and opens up into a larger area.
Cool. Is the... Can I... it's hard to tell from here. Can I get across the water without actually going in it, or is
Well,
it
you can't.
like...
Well, you are where you are at the moment. So yeah, that's what you see in front of you.
Oh, okay.
And you are illuminating, so you know that your light is also going into that space as well.
Cool. Okay, well, I will go to the threshold there.
Okay. And what opens up? The rest of you going with him? The rest of you going? Yep. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to put you here. So
Follow, but keep a distance.
So you come out into the cave area. Opens up. You can see there is a streamlet running down the centre of this area. There's water dripping from the ceiling again. It's very quiet. Apart from dripping water, it's very quiet down here. Could you just make a perception roll for me? Oh, you did make a perception roll. 18 you rolled.
Yes.
Strangely enough, in this darkness, to the north of you here, you see some light.
Ooh. Well, when everyone is a bit closer, I will do my best to point that out.
Okay. And you're now in these caves look natural. There are waters dripping from the ceiling. You can see stalactites, stalagmites. Mites are little creatures, so they come from the ground. Stalactites come from the ceiling. Some of them are quite large, with limestone. The water runs down the middle of the room. It is slow, sluggish. Apart from the dripping of water, you hear nothing else.
do you want to sneak over and see what's going on?
I mean, I'm a giant torch. I can't really sneak.
Oh, fabulous Lord of Stealing.
I will move out the way to let people pass.
With your abilities of going invisible and hiding in the shadows, you are the perfect feline companion for this.
Yeah, but out of all the recent times I've gone invisible, everything still seems to bloody be able to see me. So, yeah, she's starting to doubt this invisibility a little bit.
But still, you are wonderfully fabulous for this perfect role.
I will roll a stealth roll as best as that can be, and
Well, you are in the middle of well, there are stalagmites around, but you are standing next to a human torch.
Well, yeah, it will be once I get a bit away. I'll try my best to be as stealthy as I can, and I'll make my way up to the and try and see.
What are the rest of you doing then? So you move yourself where you want to move, Jacques. You move yourself one move away. Okay.
One move, so
yep. And what are the rest of you doing? Are you just hiding in the passageway?
Yeah, seeing that JC is
Absolutely.
the courageous cat sort of fun, we'll wait for his return, I guess.
Okay.
Or screams, one of the two.
So you're trying to sneak in after ringing the doorbell with this great big blazing torch. Excellent.
Yeah.
So, okay, Jacques. Okay.
Remember, don't let them know your next move.
Okay, make a stealth roll. Disadvantage. This is going to be particularly hard because of the light that's behind you.
Minimum 25.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking jeez, man.
Okay, so you dart the actual flaming torch from the elemental, light from the elemental, cast shadows which you use to advantage, and you jump from shadow to shadow. And the rest of you just seem to vanish into nothingness.
Dak is trying really hard not to burn too brightly, but ultimately it's completely futile because it's fire. Think invisible thoughts. I'm burning ethanol. This is
where he said, why didn't I turn into a water elemental or something?
Because that's too sensible.
Yeah. Okay, so Jacques, yep. So you go for it. You are weaving your way between stalagmites. You get north and you see a torch on the ground. So stop there. You see a torch on the ground burning, with a light, not giving out any smoke. You sit there and watch it for a while, and it doesn't seem to be consuming the actual. Doesn't seem like a natural torch. It seems like an unnatural torch. You've seen these around before. A lot of people use these ever burning torches.
Yep. I don't see anything else in that particular bit of room, do I?
Well, you're looking at can you make a perception roll for me, please?
Perception.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 15.
So you see as you see there's
minimum 20. Sorry, because it's. I've got
okay. So this torch is lit, and there's almost around here this area here. I don't know if the rest of you can see what Jack can see.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
All I see is like a dark, round, curved shadow.
Yep. So there is where is Wafflehouse on here? Where is your? There we go. So rest of you can see him. So here, Jacques, you can see this is, as you rightly say, it's like a black cloud, slightly swirling, and it seems to suck in the light.
Yay! Well, obviously, because we haven't got the mind thingy up, I'll make my way back and explain everything that I saw up there to the others.
Okay, so you dart between the stalagmites with your stealth of 29 million or whatever it was.
Yeah. I said it's the best bit about JC is he's bright pink luminous, yet can vanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'll explain what I see and all that lot to the others.
So it would be classed as abnormal darkness, is what we saw.
Well, there was a cloud of darkness there which seemed to absorb the light.
I
ever
will
burning
slap
torch.
on my pig head to
Okay. Yep.
Do we want to go off and have a butcher's, everyone?
Why not?
Dak is still sitting there thinking, I am a tea light.
I will go with JC then and help. And I guess JC, if you can help me go and see what you're looking at.
Yeah, I'll go, what I'll do is, assuming I can keep the same stealth roll, I will sort of be in and out of sight. So come on, hurry up, and then just gone. Yeah, mysteriously gone. And yeah, I'll make my way back up.
Okay. So, Iskip, could you make a stealth roll for me, please?
Certainly. A 12.
Okay. Well, with the light from Dak, there's disadvantage.
Okay. A 7.
Okay, so Jacques has disappeared and you just tread on him. You tread on the cat's tail.
Yeah.
So thinking I'm incredibly stealthy and stuff, do I see into this room and
So you see there's a chamber there. What you can see is there's a burning torch there. There are stalagmites, stalactites everywhere, casting shadows eerily. But you see this black sort of cloud, sort of amorphous clouds just sitting there, absorbing the light.
Looking through my magical pig eye peepers,
Yep.
I have the ability to see 120 feet in darkness, in dark light and magical darkness. Do I see what's in there?
You can see through magical darkness, can you?
Yes.
Okay, so you look into that room. In the center of the room, you can see there is a pile, the black bit, you can see in there a pile of bones. Some cracked and broken, but you can also see something sparkling in there as well. There are gems in there. You can't tell the color because it's dark, but you can see
it's
these.
monochromatic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will go up and whisper to Lewin if he's behind me, and JC as well if we're both near. I don't even know where JC is, so he probably hears anyway. And I'll relay that information to him, saying there's a pile of bones and gems. That sounds like some necrotic nastiness to me, of sorts, hidden in darkness.
Sounds very valuable to me.
Shady.
Valuable, yeah.
I think it is undoubtedly, as you say, something necrotic with skeletons and jewels, but it could be very useful.
Do we want to fight?
Oh, I never want to fight.
Okay, let me rephrase. I'll look at both of them if they're nearby. Do you want to take it?
Well, if I could get a closer look at what it is, that would be fantastic.
Taking implies that we're going to steal it. Rather think we'll be liberating it from these dark depths to see the light of day again.
Okay.
JC raises a very good point. I mean, if we just left it here, these horrible demons could use it.
So, Lewin, if you come to me here, you see about, and I'll point out to him if I draw this, you see about 80 feet, and you see that where that blob is? If you go 20 feet to where the edge of that blob is inwards, that's the center mass. If you could do anything to preempt anything.
I'm going to just change your night vision. So you've got 120 feet, Iskip.
Oh, hot damn! This only lasts for 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah,
just
that's
an
fine.
FYI.
That's fine.
Yeah. If I go there we go. I still see like a bit of a curve. I don't know if that curve is
That's the
darkness.
That's the darkness. Yes.
Yeah.
The rest of you will. You can see there is a chamber there. Let me just take that light off so you can see.
That effect, that darkness effect, is really cool, by the way.
I'm just going to take that away. Now you can see into the room.
I can see the darkness GIF smokiness.
Yep. Okay.
So I guess the pile is about here.
You can't see. Okay, so you can't see that. Okay.
Look at this. Us ruining all the fancy things that you've done.
Yep. Get.
Ooh. Okay. So to me, does that look like a pile of corpse? And all of their adventuring gear that's piled all together with a bunch of dead bodies.
You can see there is bones there. There is gems there that you can see monochromatic. There is some equipment in there as well, but you can't really tell from this distance.
Okay. I will whisper to both of these people then that this is definitely something nasty. That certainly looks like a pile of not funness.
You are quite right.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I would do if I was trying to keep out horrible adventurers. Nasty surprise in darkness.
Do you want to blow them up, Lewin?
Unexpected consequences. I can't see inside. I don't know what would happen.
I can see inside. There's nothing about. I've got a passive perception of 21. I see nothing.
You see, you see the blackness of the. You can see the blackness there, but you can see into it. You can see as you are where you're standing at the moment. There's the, columns and stalagmites and stalactites. You can see water dripping. You can see this torch burning. With your knowledge, you know this is a magical torch.
Yeah, this is like the undying flame or unending flame.
Exactly that. Yeah. And I cannot put my blooming thing back on. The darkness I put on. Can't put. I moved it too far off the screen.
Well,
that's annoying.
If you're absolutely certain, I can certainly dispose of any inconveniences in that room, or at least very severely impede them.
I am of the opinion, my wisdom pulls on me that this is something nasty. That's the feeling I get, right? As someone with a high wisdom, this looks like a pile of just these corpses have been collected and eaten by one single beastie.
So what you're saying is that's a trap?
That feels like a trap, yes.
Are you certain it could just be an innocuous pile of bones and jewels?
They just all happen to die in the same place.
Yeah, covered by a spell of darkness. That's intentional. There's consciousness behind doing something like this. It could be, if you want to flip it on its head, it could be someone trying to hide all of the dead bodies so it doesn't attract other beasts. But from what we've experienced so far, I would say that's a nasty beastie of sorts.
Well, I just personally don't see it, but if you're convinced, far be it from me to question your judgment. Right, well, begone inconvenience. And with that, you just see a small little mote of light just disappear from Lewin's hand, and it just into the darkness.
Okay, so you can hear this.
Watching the next Nagasaki, eh?
So you see this. Let me just read the spell description. Okay, so a small mote of light disappears into the black cloud. You hear this. You don't know what do you actually have to cast it at something?
It's a point within range. So depending how big the darkness is, I just aim it at the edge of the darkness.
Yeah, the edge of the darkness. Put the point where you aim it.
I will also help guide Lewin to say where that pile of bones is in, and I will try and help visualize. The point of darkness is, let's say, 55 leagues away, and if you want to go for an additional 25 leagues.
Leagues.
Not leagues, sorry. Why am I saying leagues?
I have no idea.
Sorry.
So there is a that you do not see the explosion, but you feel the detonation. Whilst you're doing that, Brick and Dak, what are you doing? Boris is just leaning on the staff next to you.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just waiting as well for them to scream in panic to then nervously go in.
Okay.
Dak's trying to work out if he can juggle fire.
Boris will actually be looking at these stalagmites and starting to measure up a new one for a potential walking stick.
Okay. Yes, he puts his stump on one and gets ossified there. Okay, so you feel and you hear a explosion from Lewin's area. It's very quiet in this area, and the sound echoes around, bounces around, and goes up and down the corridors into the depths of the mine. And then the fireball is gone.
No wailing.
Make a perception roll.
Certainly.
Do you want me to roll one to help in any way?
I've got pretty high as well. I've got a natural 21, so 23.
Okay. Your ears are ringing. You hear no wailing or gnashing or anything.
I think you did it, Lewin.
You look. You can see. Iskip, you can see that the bones have been moved asunder by the explosion. Some of them are on fire.
Can I hop over this lake?
You can.
Stealthily.
Yep.
Watch
Jump
my back,
over.
JC.
See, I'll follow, but this is just normal water, isn't it? It's not acid.
No idea.
It doesn't smell like acid, but you don't know because you haven't been in there.
I'll dip a toe.
And the piranhas bite your leg off. No. And
Roll for dexterity.
The water. You don't feel it because you got your hat on.
Cool. I'm gonna stealthily just walk across.
Okay. Walk.
You know, the whole sort of
Yep.
walk down into the water, then like Terminator, walk back up and out again the other side.
Okay.
Oh,
You smell burning from within that room.
as I peek in, do I see anything in here at all?
You see the bones on fire. You see the room as I described. The blackness is there, and the room. Make a perception 23. The room appears to be empty.
JC, hold my hand.
I don't like the dark.
Yeah, and we will. If you're okay with that, JC, let's go into this darkness.
Okay, and I will stop there.
Hey.
I can't get me blooming light back. What did I do with it? There we go.
That's really cool, that effect.
So you can split the party-ish.
Yep.
Brick is almost dead.
This is where the purple worm is going to burst out of the wall, and it's just going to chomp on me like so.
Absolutely.
You're fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although typically I cannot remember its name, but it's like the big worm thing from Star Wars. Just comes out.
Salak. The mighty Salak.
Sarlacc, yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking like the sandworms from Dune.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Or have you watched the movie Tremors?
Yes.
Harvey worm.
What I loved about that encounter specifically is that we managed to somehow. I feel like the DM took pity on us by closing that grate across it, and we still continue.
I know.
Yeah.
It was.
It's like, no, damn it, let nature take its course.
It was. If you were wearing metal armor, it would open if you walked over it.
Which is how I was fine walking over it the first time.
You were fine, yeah.
Exactly. Knew it.
Yeah, and it opened for 2 rounds, and then the grate closes, trapping those people deep in it.
That was spicy.
It was
Very good
it was a super duper black pudding, because you are level whatever you are now, 16, 17, 16.
17.
You're level 17, are you?
Well, are we 17?
No, you're 16.
Wait,
what?
16.
Level 16.
I mean,
sorry,
I'll
don't
probably
have-
be level 17 if you're
Yeah,
offering.
17,
Well,
17,
heads up, after your next long rest, you will be level 17.
Ah, see, that's a tactical one because we're never going to get a long rest.
But yeah, it was that was interesting. Black pudding did a lot of damage.
God,
Oh yeah.
if that's the black pudding, I hate to see what the haggis looks like.
What about the full roast
It's the
thing?
neeps.
Probably is it
Oh,
that had the full ability to turn that black pudding into a Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
Just while I remember, just a heads up, I will probably be away the last week of the month because I'll probably be in France.
What do you mean? You're speaking to your family out there, yes.
Because I'm going up to a very cold mountain to strap a pair of pieces of wood to my leg and go down very quickly.
Oh, how nice.
That sounds like fun.
Let me get rid of all this nonsense you've drawn on here. Ruining my maps, why don't you?
Wait,
Bastard.
Get that here.
God, I hate you. Let's get rid of Loon completely. He's gone.
There you go, problem solved.
No, you'd miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah, like a headache. Okay. That's fine. So end of the month you won't be here, so somebody can be you, or you never know. We may have a TPK. We may even finish the campaign by that. Yeah.
Well, congrats to I think it was Brick for the first
Kill of the new
How do
kill,
you do this?
and to Lewin for the first how do you want to do it for this session. I don't know who rolled the first natural 20, but it was Lewin as well. Congrats to
was
Lewin
it?
for the first natural 20 for the initiative roll.
Oh, there we go. That's going to set my pace for the year. I've got the one out. It's all going to be natural ones from here on out.
I've set the highest stealth roll so far.
Yeah, definitely. You have your fucking 35. Holy shit, man. Fucking hell.
Was that in
Now, just
bright
imagine
light as well?
that trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Well, same bat time, same bat channel.
DM, I need you after session if that's okay. If everyone else wants, they disappear.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Just trying to sort out some of the mess I've made. You guys have made. Oh. Okay. Cool. Shall we stop the session then? I will stop the recording.